Halle Berry is getting taken to the bank, paying off husbands and baby daddies. She getting robbed, paying off husbands and baby daddies.
Corey Holcomb goes in on Halle Berry having to pay all of her exes. Something to be said, Halle Berry seems to be one of the few women who has experienced what a lot of men have already experienced about their spousal support issues, child support issues. Let's take a look.
Hey, listen, Halle Berry.
Oh, I was just going to talk about that too. Go ahead.
I could save it.
No, please don't.
I
It's
want to
okay.
know. Yeah.
Halle Berry,
I sent you pictures now.
Halle Berry, whatever her name is getting taken to the bank.
Oh,
That's what you talk about?
No.
Damn.
Halle Berry is getting taken to the bank, paying off husbands and baby daddies. She getting robbed, paying off husbands and baby daddies. Now this is everything flipped.
Absolutely.
Halle Berry
I wasn't going to talk about
is getting big chunks of whatever she got left taken from her financially for ex-husbands and baby daddies. I brought this up to say the system is broken. There is no way in this world people who are out here being productive one way or another should have to dig into their account for people they not around no more.
Wow.
I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, shit. You think my soon-to-be ex-wife ain't doing everything in her power to try to have me out here fucked up? But she lied about things in court. She the one with the paper.
So what you're saying is, Corey, you should probably be getting paid. Corey Holcomb should be the new Gabrielle Aubry. I don't know if you know all of Halle Berry's exes, but Halle Berry has a particular type, and they have a particular penchant for sticking it to her after the relationship is over, and she has to pay because she is the breadwinner. But Corey's right. If you're dealing with a woman who also is the breadwinner, why shouldn't you get paid? I hate to bring up race in it, but a lot of Halle Berry's exes are white men. And it seems they get a different kind of result in the courts. They get a little more consideration when they're coming in at a lower position than their wife. It's interesting.
She the one with the paper. You lied on me. My mother, I inherited this house from my... You bought the house behind my back. Funk ass lying.
Oh.
God made that happen for a reason, goddamn it.
Yeah, just chill.
Y'all, man, this whole court shit when it has to deal with people's lives, like whatever I do with somebody when I'm not around them, I shouldn't have to be worried about this income being snatched from up under me. When I heard Halle Berry's issues that is happening to her over ex-husbands and baby daddies, I'm like, wow, you out here working your ass off trying to be relevant, but because you was in a situation with somebody else at one time in your life, your money get took. Now we know it happens to men all the time.
She paying $8,000 a month, and then she also had to pay 4.3% of her total income, which was $2 million. So she gave him $2 million, and then she got to pay $8,000 a month.
That's a lot of money. I don't know if Halle's actually ready. I know Halle is cursed in the air, and I applaud her with her relationship now. Currently, she's with Van Hunt, but, she's still having to support two grown-ass men, and they don't have any shame about it. There's nobody ridiculing them, saying they're less of a man. They're still out here in the game. They still in Europe somewhere living life. I would say for a lot of my young swirlers, you should take notes about how this thing turns out, about who is really the priority in these situations. It ain't gonna be you most of the time.
But is it that one or the other one? That's the first one with the girl's dad, and then there's the...
They always...
Oliver Martinez.
Oh, yeah, that's not him.
You know what they talked about?
They fought.
My
Those two
brother,
dudes
Cat
fought.
Williams, said so many guys go get a funny-looking light-skinned woman?
Yeah. I
How
remember
many
that.
of these black women actresses or great sports stars, kids look like them
None
and
of
their
them.
family?
They always marry white men.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. You see, that's something I've said for years. A lot of people don't really do that math. You know, that's how you know the situation isn't equal, because black men get a lot of flack for dating white women, but just about every black female celebrity you can name is with someone outside of their race. And no, they never get any flack for it. This is why it's not the same. This is why men, to a certain extent, we don't care. Like, let's be honest, it's the same thing that's going on with Kamala Harris right now. A lot of people said when Barack Obama was running for president that if Michelle was anything other than a black woman, it would be very hard for black women to see him, and some people of other races, to see him become president, that they wouldn't have put their support behind it. But the fact that he had a black woman there actually helped him in some ways. So what are we saying about Kamala and her husband, Doug Emhoff? Like, does the same rule apply, or is there a double standard now? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a double standard for men and women in this regard? Because you very regularly heard women online say, yeah, I understand, I would date outside my race, but when I see a black man do it, somehow it's not acceptable. Ladies, that is not acceptable. It doesn't matter who a black man is dating. The nerve of them, the hypocrisy. And you know, it's reinforced by a lot of black men, honestly, like Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, like the only one. But the rest of men are like, yeah, it's not making me any difference if it happens. But you let that NBA prospect come out with a woman of another race, and then it's a big issue online. It goes viral. And it's been that way before the internet. So much so, some stars like Denzel Washington had to choose not to do interracial love scenes because he thought it would hurt his female base, his black female base, that they would stop messing with him. Even Taye Diggs, to a certain extent. Taye Diggs felt like one of the worst moves he made was being with Idina Menzel in the early part of his career, marrying her, because these things aren't equal.
How many of these black women actresses or great sports stars, kids look like them
None
and
of
their
them.
family?
They always marry white men.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you look at these pictures?
Overwhelming.
These pictures represent most of how it goes in America. Yeah. When people of color find ways to be financially successful, they ain't with people that look like they mama and daddy. That's a problem. That's the definition of self-hate.
They're bunny hopping. Bunny hopping.
Sure.
I mean, I mean, we got so many issues in society, but this stuff is never brought up. The fact that, you know what I'm saying? Why are we attracted to what we not, brothers and sisters?
That's a. You know, I think with the women, I think it could be directly tied to the person that gave them their success. You get what I'm saying? Like with a lot of black women, their career success or the things that take them over the top are normally given to them by somebody that's not black. And I think,
Go
That's
deeper.
a fact.
Yeah, so
Like
I
my
think-
brothers always say.
So I think subconsciously they have a
Deep.
God complex with the people who give them the most opportunity. They feel like they need to be connected to the source. They view that as a source instead of it just being a business deal or somebody I'm doing business with. This is a person that's giving them bread and water, so they kind of want to be in alignment with that energy. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying, Craig Facts, whoever give the money, you're their God?
I say to women, yeah, because women look for providers.
Now, you see Halle Berry's had 4 significant relationships, I guess. That's David Justice, Eric Benet. This is, I believe, Gabriel Aubrey. And this is the last husband, Oliver Martinez, who she's paying $8,000 a month. The pair shares joint custody, but she's paying him $8,000 a month in child support because she was the breadwinner. And she'll also pay the French actor, as Craig said, 4.3% of any income she receives above $2 million. Wow. So he's getting a percentage of everything she gets ongoing. I wonder if that ends if she marries anytime. Because, you know, spousal support is supposed to end or the other party remarries. I guess these guys are still single, so they're still entitled to it. But she's on with a whole nother relationship. If she gets married, she's still got to pay spousal support to these guys. That's crazy. But in contrast to that, you got the brothers here that she was with, David Justice, the baseball player, and Eric Benet. They don't have any children with her, but I don't believe they're making any money off of their relationship and time with Halle Berry, one of the most beautiful women in the world. They might be making money off of maybe a book deal if they decide to write a book eventually. But yeah, man, they got to get out here and work. Seems like Oliver should, not Oliver, but I can kind of understand Oliver and his child support because the kid is still younger. But Gabriel should be out here working, man. But you can see Halle Berry is kind of like a traumatized man after they go through a serious divorce or something traumatic happens to them. They're not in a rush to get remarried, man. Like, they really aren't. They're like, I'm just going to enjoy life for a while. I've tried this, like, officially twice or 3 times. I don't think I'm in a rush. So even though she's in a serious relationship with Van Hunt, she probably won't get married for no time soon. I'm pretty sure. Every time I look up, she's naked though. Like, he's giving her some type of freedom that she's naked on Instagram all the time now. So
women look for providers, whether it's the system, whether it's a man, or whether it's somebody giving them a narcissistic feel, helping them fill a void.
Wow.
Women look for somebody that could provide either money, energy, or resources, and they subjugate themselves to that. I feel like that's why women
Give
call
Craig
niggas
some
broke niggas when they get mad, because that's a shot at you not being able to give me everything I need financially. I think it's directly connected to who helps them fulfill their needs.
That was a very elaborate way of saying, if you got money, you can get bitches.
And on the part of that, when you said that people
exactly.
of those particular positions tend to get people that don't look like their moms or themselves, I had seen a couple, I can't recall who now, but I had seen a couple of interviews, very few, where people have been asked that, like, oh, well, how come you're not with, like, your own race? And it's very few people that actually will be honest, but I remember, and I can't remember who the guy was.
Well, it's weird if you don't remember who he is, but give it to us.
No, but it was many years ago, because I remember I was actually shocked going, wow, somebody's finally saying it, because he said, well, I probably never would be able to get this kind of woman. Like the moment that he got fame or money, and I can't remember, I'm telling you, I can't remember who it was, but I remember I was shocked, because I was like, dang, nobody really even says that, and you know that's a good majority, is that they...
And isn't that something? Isn't that interesting? I think what she's saying is that a man that rises to a certain level of success realizes that the quality of woman he's able to get outside is far exceeds the quality of women he was able to get on the way up into that place, on the rise. That's fascinating. And the fact that Darlene got that information is also telling, you know what I mean?
They would never have been able to get or be with somebody like that, and yet they made it to this point, so there's their opportunity.
I am proud to say, when I was an individual who literally had nothing, I used to get bitches.
Either way, man, that was a very special episode of the 5150 show. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description. That way you can stay up to date on all things Faucette Media. This is Faucette Media.